Hello viewers, you watching Star Television Network on Channel 21, and this I welcome you to the bulletin of our local news for the hour with me, Adama Silla. First, the headlines. The Public Relations Officer of the Electricity Distribution Supply Authority, EDSA SANEPO, has said that the recent power outage in the country are due to operations of ADAX, that is one of their main suppliers, and also low generation of electricity by the Bumbuna Hydro from 45 megawatts to 8 megawatts due to massive drop of water level. The Executive Director of Open Tax Initiative, Tanu Jalo, has said in an exclusive interview with this medium that the new government should expect a depleted consolidated account, given the recent concluded electioneering process, which must have led to numerous unauthorized withdrawals. Residents within the municipality of Freetown have called on President Julius Maada Bio and the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Mrs. Fatima Bio, to ensure the strive towards giving a better life to women and children in Sierra Leone. Today is Wednesday, it's midweek. As always, we'll join our youth and entertainment correspondent Mohammed Bashir so later on in the news bulletin for today's entertainment news. Our sporting news will also form part of the bulletin for this hour. Those are the headlines, and we'll now go for the news in detail. It's the news bulletin here on Star Television Network on Channel 21. Before we go for the stories making up the bulletin for this hour, we take a look at a few public notices, and this one is from the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority at SLRSA. Public notice dated the 10th of April 2018. The Ministry of Transport and Aviation, in collaboration with the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, wishes to inform owners of vehicles parked within the precinct of new building to immediately remove such vehicles. A team of Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority personnel will soon commence the towing of such vehicles to the SLRSA impound yard. Towed vehicles can only be released after the payment of the requisite towing and custody fee. We'll now go for our next press release from the Office of the President. Inauguration ceremony of His Excellency the President, Julius Maada Bio. The Office of the President wishes to inform the general public that the inauguration ceremony of His Excellency the President, Julius Maada Bio, will take place on Saturday the 12th of May 2018 at the Shaka Stevens Stadium in Freetown. Further details concerning the program will be announced in due course. And now for our news in detail. The Public Relations Officer of the Electricity Distribution Supply Authority, EDSA SANEPO, has said that the recent power outage in the country are due to inoperation of ADAX, that is one of their main suppliers, and also low generation of electricity by the Bumbuna Hydro from 45 megawatts to only 8 megawatts due to massive drop of water level. He made the statement in an interview with my colleague, Sarah Khalid.
EDSA is responsible for the distribution of electricity to citizens of Sierra Leone. And as a result of that, we previously have been envisaging problems in the energy sector, especially when it comes to dry season. Now, what happened recently is this. We used to get bulk of our power supply from the Bumbuna Hydro by Electric Dam. And of recent, the water level of Bumbuna Hydro Dam has reduced. And as such, it's used to give us an installed capacity of 48 megawatts. And now it has reduced to 8 megawatts. So you see there's a drastic reduction in the generation capacity from that end. We also need to have ADAX as a support alternative in order to help the Bumbuna Hydro power to improve on the electricity supply. Now, the ADAX used to give us an installed capacity of 12 megawatts. As of now, ADAX is giving 0 megawatts because we have technical problem. as reported by the management of ADAX. So as a result of that, EDSA is faced with challenge in distribution and supply of electricity because we are now losing something like 50 megawatts.
Okay, many have questioned the timing, saying that the timing when this particular outage started is suspicious.
I would say it's not, because we all know that previously during the dry season, we are faced with challenges with regards power supply within the municipalities of Freetown. And what happened was there was electricity before the inauguration ceremony of our president, retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio. And immediately after the inauguration, ADAX shut down because of technical problem, which was reported to us a few days from now. So because of the problem ADAX faced, that is why we are not giving output as required by customers. And also as I initially said, we used to have 48 megawatts from Bumra Hydro. I mean, naturally we understand that Bumra Hydro power is working on based on the water level. If there's no water, then the wheel of that thermal plant will not turn. And because of that, because of the low level of water supply available at the dam, the output that we used to get, which is 48 megawatt, is no more. And you can see the gap from 48 to 8 megawatt,
okay,
which is very, very, very serious.
The Executive Director of Open Tax Initiative, Tanu Jallow, has said in an exclusive interview with this medium that the new government must expect a depleted consolidated account given the recent concluded electioneering process, which might have led to numerous unauthorized withdrawals. He made this statement in an interview with my colleague, Cyril Calais.
As it is right now, I think it is very challenged in the sense that I can say for sure that as it is right now, the Treasury should be in bad shape again because of the activities that have gone on, in the event leading up to the elections. You know that in most African countries, those periods leading up to elections are usually characterized by government spending lots of money, and so I take it that has affected especially our treasury a whole lot. We shouldn't be surprised to see a treasury that is depleted.
Late last year, we were told Sierra Leone has enormous debts locally and internationally. Can you mention? Can you say anything on that?
Yes, I think for the past 4 or 5 years, both World Bank and IMF have been very concerned about the rate at which Sierra Leone was actually indebted, and at some point they were so worried that they had to warn, of the risk of us being, at debt risk. So there was this call for the country to do lots of measures, review their policies, economic policies, to be able, for example, to scale back in terms of how they expend money, but also to be able to offset some of those debts which were just piling, as the year goes by. And so yes, there was that call.
Okay, and now we've seen the just accepted President Julius Maada Bio issuing out press releases calling for certain measures to be taken. What's your take on the measures, and how will these measures aid our financial security in the country?
I think both parties had pledged, rather that they would look into our tax policies, and one of the commitments both parties made was that they were going to look into these generous tax waivers, exemptions that were given to corporations, and other businesses, that are operating in Sierra Leone. And so I'm not surprised when I saw a press release by the new government, suspending almost all those tax waivers. It's a very good idea, and I can assure you that's one of the ways we have actually lost huge amount of money. You have reports who have put the amount, for example, between 2012 and 2014 alone, we lost something like $240 million. That's so huge an amount that could have come into government coffers to help with development. And between 2014 and now, and I mean, we can't put a finger to the exact figure, that has been lost to exemptions, but I can assure you that it is very huge and it is hurting the country and the economy, and it is frustrating a whole lot all the development plans of the government.
Residents within the municipality of Freetown have called on the President, Julius Maada Bio, and the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Mrs. Fatima Bio, to ensure they strive towards giving a better life to the women and children in Sierra Leone. Here's a report. Following the spate of violence in many parts of the country upon the announcement of the President-elect of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, youth and women within the municipality of Freetown have called on His Excellency to address some of these challenges as soon as possible, as they call on all Sierra Leoneans to forget politics and move on as a country, stating that Sierra Leone is bigger than any political group.
So if they don't go, except you don't go inside, you can expect more than what's in APC. Because right now, election on the road, what's in the road for now, way forward, what's in the better mama sample, what's in the make picking the tomorrow, can meet sweet, you understand? We call it sweet. So once we begin the little bit better. So everybody, not only government, I want let everybody come together, not forget about this politics. You know that APC, NGC, KKY, all the parties them. Once SNDP don't win, we will all join them together, all come to one and make something better. Don't forget about politics.
We are made a left from home, say no business here. Who they go to say one put the business woman in our streets? It means we know they feel happy. We are who they happy to our big. So we get picking up your family to take care of now. Now they survive, now they take care of the family. We are streets. We are who they beg. We are the big business here. We are there for the BNU. Once they know the stop in our streets, we not have problem with the president. We not say salon ain't come for car. We not to any party. Na salon people ain't come for car. We na salon president. We are with the big. We love you so much. We love you. We not say you the give for car.
And
congratulations to you.
Students as well as women then called on the government of President Bio to work on the status of women in the country, as they are optimistic that their children will acquire quality education and women being given the opportunity to excel in life and be more productive in Sierra Leone.
I'm really glad for that because we carry education, we find a cover in a country, they make country advance. Okay, we maybe make them pay for the people. But some people will not be able to afford or pay for the people for us. I really His Excellency, like concentrate really on this education business. For picking education, really don't poor. Really don't poor. Right now, if you don't get money, you don't go do this with the teacher, you don't go do that with the teacher, you don't go do that. And if you really concentrate by this education, I will really appreciate it. I will glad.
On the 31st of March 2018, the retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio emerged as the new President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Amidst this, we have seen some violence activities in many parts of the country. We have been talking to a host of Sierra Leoneans who have been expressing their views on some of these issues, calling for peace and stability in the country, as well as informing the President what are their expectations as we move forward as a country. Adamasila, Saturday. Today is Wednesday. As always, it's now time for us to join our youth and entertainment correspondent, Mohamed Bashir Sanusi, for today's entertainment news.
Many thanks to you, and for our entertainment updates for today. Sierra Leone has lost one of our entertainment stars again, Kelvin Kamara, better known by his name, America Stress. We lost him on Friday, 6th April 2018, and he has already been buried on the 8th April 2018 at Sakilaro Cemetery. Here's a shorter update about his funeral and further details. Kelvin Kamara, aka American Stress, has passed away on Friday, 6th April 2018. He was an online promoter, blogger, and philanthropist. After the August 14 flash flood on Moslide, it was embarked on community support to the flash flood victims, with support from other like-minded Sierra Leoneans at home and abroad, and was recognized by BBC Pidgin and other media houses.
And this particular railway council, the problem is happening right now, the platform community, it leads to the construction of CFC, the inside bypass road they make. As small as it's we will witness a lot of them when they apply this possible, but a small disaster go happen. This is not kind of political business. This is an environmental type of advocation. Let me go and see this particular theory happen. First time in the community, the Bamboo environmental type platform, we all understand what are the start. These are the points where we begin causes trouble. And these are the particular bridge where they do for we. What we expect from our bridge for a convert. As long as we see from that point here now, no time when they get what bridge here, we will help reduce the pressure of the water. And this is inside this, the water when it's water it's too much.
It could be recalled that the late entertainment promoter was awarded by AWOL on 30th December 2017 for his services to his Fullertown community. Kelvin Kamara, aka America Stress, the promo Messi, has been laid to rest on Saturday, 8 April 2018 at the Circular Road Cemetery, a very big loss for the entertainment sector again. A GoFund page and support to his family is ongoing to help support his daughter and wife. For the entertainment news on Star TV, I am Moed Basiru Sanusi in Freetown. That's all for today, and back to you for the rest of the news.
Many thanks to Bash, and from there, Hilton John, our sports correspondent, is all set for today's sporting updates.
It's another day for other sporting news. Let's see what is going around within the sporting team, especially in the local scene. Roddy Michael Jr., one of the players included into the Sierra Leone under-20 side, he was part of the team that played against Guinea-Bissau in the ongoing under-20 African Cup of Nations qualifier, has said that the football stakeholders and also key members within the football family, they need to beg the archers and give support to the team ahead of the Guinea-Bissau return leg on the 21st of this month. He also said he's very delighted for the call upon getting from the head coach of the under-20 side, Coach Ken Tabi, for him to be part of this squad. Here is the report.
It's always been my dream to play for the Sierra Leone national team, and when I received the letter to come play for the under-20s, I was very excited, and now I'm here. We played in Guinea-Bissau, and we didn't get the win, but we're working right now, as you can see, and hopefully we'll be able to get the win in both.
Tell us about your footballing.
Well, I was part of the Craig Bellamy Foundation in Tumbo, and I joined them in 2012, and then I graduated. I got a scholarship to go to America, and I played in high school for 3 years, and then I graduated and went to university, and now I play for the University of California, Santa Barbara, and it's a very beautiful place to be.
Your impression about African football compared to American football?
It's a lot more physical here, and yeah, I would say that's the biggest difference. And here, obviously, the fields aren't that good, but everyone's very dedicated. As you can see, there's people training every single day all around the country, and that just shows that even though we don't have the resources, everyone's willing to put in the work and play the game.
Your expectation for the return leg in the next 2 weeks?
Well, hopefully my expectation is that we'll win, and we lost 1-0 in Bissau, and now we're looking to hopefully get a 2-0 win or even more. So I'm expecting us to win, the coaches are expecting us to win, and hopefully that's what we'll do.
Are you expecting more call upon from coaches from the senior category, hopefully the home-based team and also the youngsters in the future?
Yes, if I do get the call, then I said it earlier, it's always been my dream to play for a national team, and every time I get the call, then I'll come for sure.
Well, it's a kind of appeal coming up there from the young boy who is part of the under-20 side, who is Roddy Michael Jr., hoping that the Sierra Leone under-20 team will succeed in the return leg against Guinea-Bissau come the 25th of this month in Bo. We yet to see what the government's inclusion in terms of support will be to the team, because as we speak, the team needs $40,000 for them to be part of this second leg and also preparing for the WAFU competition in Liberia.
Away from the local scene in the international scene, congratulations to the fans of Liverpool football team. It's disastrous for Man City, despite they have a good run in the domestic competition, having yet to be crowned as champions in this year's Premier League. But the Champions League is so tough and rough for Man City football team. They were defeated by the mighty Liverpool football team both legs in the quarterfinals in the Champions League. Now Liverpool in the semi-finals, also it was a nightmare for Barcelona football team against Roma. Roma failed to secure a win against Barcelona in the first leg. Barcelona defeated Roma by 4-1. But the second leg was a tragedy for the side called Barcelona. Roma succeeded in a 3-0 victory. They have booked the ticket to the semi-finals. So if you are a supporter of Roma and also Liverpool football team, congratulations. Yet to see what the mighty Real Madrid will deliver against the better side Juventus in the previous competition in the Serie A, but not much extremely good in the Champions League. That's all for sports. Back to Adam Masila in the studio.
Well, viewers, that's how we round up the news bulletin for the hour here on Star Television Network and Channel 21. I am Adam Masila. Thanks for watching. So stay with us for more information.